Just across the U.S. border in Mexico, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people sit and literally cannot wait for December 21st. That's when Title 42 ends. That's the Trump-era pandemic policy that allows the immediate deportation of about half of all illegal immigrants because of the COVID emergency. When that ends next week, Axios reports current Biden administration estimates say 14,000 illegal immigrants a day could come across the border. That is the equivalent of a Major League Baseball stadium every 3 days coming across the U.S. border. Overwhelmed. Will not even begin to describe the situation at the border. Of course, things are bad now, with 5,000 or so a day coming across, and the cartel smugglers are getting smarter. The cartels release thousands of people across the Rio Grande, and they focus them on one or two cities. This is video from El Paso from a couple of days ago. That's to try and overwhelm Border Patrol agents. Jorge Ventura is just across the border from El Paso in Ciudad Juarez and joins us now. All right, holy cow, Jorge, we see everybody behind you. Are these people waiting to come across?
Yeah, if you can see, we have about 2,000 migrants here waiting to get in El Paso inside the border gate. So we are on the other side of that border wall. But here, Leland, it's about 45 degrees. It's getting really cold. You can see here the migrants are making makeshift fires and blankets. Here we want to give the audience. And the majority here, Leland, they're coming from Nicaragua, lots of Venezuelans, Ecuadorians that we're meeting. But this is the true humanitarian crisis. These migrants are all here waiting to be let in. And some of them are saying that they're going to wait till Title 42, so a couple more days, but they're continuing to arrive. These are massive, massive lines. We want to just keep showing the audience here, Leland. But a big difference from my last trip to here is we're not seeing any of the young kids here. What the migrants were able to confirm with me, and I was hearing through my sources, is we're seeing different cartels battle for migrant control on the way to Ciudad Juarez. So we interviewed migrants that said that they were in Durango or in Chihuahua, and they basically were kidnapped, and some have been extorted for a few days. Basically, they said they've been in the middle of these kind of cartel wars and battle for these migrants to be smuggled inside the United States. But here, Leland, as the sun's coming down, it's going to get really cold. It's going to get to about 32 degrees as we have about 2,000 migrants, mostly Nicaraguans, here setting up camp.
All right,
and
so
are
give
literally
me,
waiting to let in.
Yeah, no, it's tragically sad. It's also really scary to consider what happens when they all come over. It's tragically sad to see people in those conditions. The Biden administration says that come December 21st, Title 42 ends, and now there is reporting, at least from Axios, the consideration of a drastic move is automatically rejecting people from asylum. Similar to what was done by the Trump administration, is just a sign of how concerned top Biden administration officials are about the situation at the U.S. border, how much worse it is going to get, 14,000 migrants a day. Are these people trying to get in before December 21st, or are there people who are already saying, I think I've got a better chance after December 21st if these changes don't happen?
So what I am hearing, Leland, is a bit of a mix. The folks here who are Nicaraguan, they want to get in right now. Title 42 is not even a second thought. Now, for the Venezuelans, there are Venezuelans that I speak to who are saying, hey, they're still not letting us in. We're going to wait a couple days until Title 42 expires. According to some of the DH sources that I spoke to, Leland, they are very worried. They're expecting between 14,000, could even get up to 18,000 illegal crossings per day. Just here in El Paso, they're averaging 2,400 illegal crossings per day. And just several days ago, in a span of 48 hours, they had 16,000 illegal crossings. And Leland, as we're reporting, more migrants continue to cross and continue to line up here. This line is only getting longer and longer. ¿Son de Nicaragua, Venezuela? Nicaragua? ¿Cuánto tiempo ya tienen aquí? 2 días. They've been here waiting for 2 days from Nicaragua. But once again, Leland, this line just continues to go. I mean, we can't even fit it in the shot. And then on the El Paso side, we are seeing now the massive release of migrants sleeping on the downtown streets as the city of El Paso is actually waiting for the federal government to reverse them so they can begin their busing program again.
Yeah, the city of El Paso was busing people to New York City as well. They didn't get the flack that Greg Abbott did. Yuma County, Arizona, just declared a emergency in the unincorporated areas of Yuma County, a place that you've been as well, to address the health and humanitarian border crisis. They say their hospitals, among other services, are completely overwhelmed. Jorge, incredible reporting as always, my friend. Thank you. We'll check back in later in the week.
Thank you.
Speaking of, thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.